You cannot be involved in death, even the accidental death of a bad person, and not have it affect everything. Especially when you're on a TV show. Then when your life is turned upside down, it's an entertaining plus. Season 1 of Big Little Lies ends the same way as the book by Leanne Moriarty. It was a storyline with an ending. But David E. Kelley and Leanne decided to explore what happens after the death of a husband, son, and father. Celeste and the boys are still reeling with nightmares and loss. Yes, he was abusive, but he was still their dad. Their loss is probably the most innocent. Celeste is still in therapy, which is good, but she has conflicted feelings as well. Thankfully, she is still in therapy, where she should stay for a very long time, especially now that her mother-in-law has moved in with her. Meryl Streep plays Mary Louise. And of course, well, she's Meryl Streep, and the acting is fabulous. Her grief over a son she thought was perfect is illustrated in a very real way. She's grieving the loss of a child, and she wants everyone to remember him as perfection, but she is also suspicious about his death. It's not like her son died of natural causes, so she's very suspicious of the nefarious deeds that led to his death, as she, well, should be. At one point in the episode, she screams out at the dinner table in her grief. Unlike Mary Louise, the other ladies keep their mouths shut. And while the whole event is traumatic for everyone who watched Perry fall to his death, Bonnie was the one who gave the final push, and she is having the hardest time. She's withdrawn, she's running. Her carefree attitude about life is gone, and her husband is worried. And he confides in his first wife, Madeline, at the first day of school. Can we just talk about the first day of school in this town? I'm telling you, trauma every year. I'd be a bad mom and just skip the first day forever. One person who has decided school is not for them is Madeline's daughter, Abigail. Madeline's not happy about it, and it comes out that the reason is personal. She didn't go to college, and so she wants her daughter to do what she didn't. Nothing like projecting your personal demons on your kid. That always ends well. Renata is still winning at life, but her husband is now drunk all the time and playing with trains. I don't know, Renata's a bit much. Maybe he just needs a break? Bonnie is mad at Madeline for concocting the whole story about Perry's death. She wishes she had just told the investigator what happened. She would have gotten off, and she wouldn't be keeping this soul-crushing guilt a secret. Madeline is a natural-born ringleader. If she had been on The Greatest Showman, she would have pushed Hugh Jackman out of his role. Jane and Celeste are also having to come to terms with their new relationship that their sons are actually brothers. Kinda awkward, but the women are moving ahead. After all, Perry's dead. At the end of the episode, Celeste has a nightmare, and Perry's mother, Mary Louise, asks her, "Who are we planning to kill?" Nobody, I hope. One dead person is more than enough.